Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. I thought that was an aspirin where it said volume.
Oh, actually, it's funny. I actually put the picture in there, and then I'm like, I was originally going to talk about the volume in the marketplace, and then I went back to the conversation that we had in the live trading room yesterday of talking about being patient as long as the volume remains light. And actually, lo and behold, we got another light volume day today in the market, although there was some plenty of good trading opportunities today.
Right at the beginning were the best opportunities.
Again, which even Marion, that's even a little bizarre because I think it was probably 2 weeks ago we were talking about all the good trading opportunities are in the afternoon.
Right, exactly, which was pretty unusual.
For it to be flip flopping like that, yes,
Yeah.
I can understand if like there's some major stuff or announcements happening like in the morning or the afternoon, you can anticipate it, but it's just a bizarre year of trading. I mean,
It really has been.
we must have spent 2 months talking about most of the better trades are in the afternoon and be patient in the morning, and now we're saying the exact opposite. As a matter of fact, we could even make it even more specific, where we're basically saying the first 45 minutes to hour of the day are the best trading opportunities of the day, and then the rest of the day you really, really need to be patient.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the market itself today, though, we had trades on both sides of the tape today, and I think that the bigger picture of the market, both the market map as well as the doji that the spy ended up on, it's a microcosm of what we're looking at right now. You have to be leaning on individual stocks right now. And I haven't spoken to any of my friends personally lately that have been trading that trade nothing but e-mini futures.
Hmm.
They must I must well actually I guess I could say I must not have heard from them because they got to be going crazy right now.
They don't
you
want
know,
to
when
talk to you.
market's trending, you hear from all you hear about is how they haven't had a losing day in months, but
Right.
we're certainly not in that market condition right now. I mean, with leverage and the choppiness, it's got to be frustrating for them right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So October 20th already, heading into Halloween. I have to remember to buy my Halloween candy soon.
That's right. You should.
Spy Doji, but the big news I think of the day, at least as far as the trading catalyst is concerned, Facebook got some good news to trade off of today. Not
Well,
not Facebook. I'm sorry, Apple.
Apple.
I've been saying the wrong stuff all day today.
All right, I was going to say, well, Facebook, if you wanted to short it, yes.
It's actually we pulled that one up. I actually have that right out of the gate. So we get
Well,
a
it got
bearish
to
engulfing
52
candle.
week, right. It got to 52-week highs, but then there was some news out that the UK was unhappy, in particular Ireland, with how much information was let out about their people in Facebook.
I guess that sounds similar to what we had here recently. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw, there was
privacy issue.
about a month ago, everybody and their grandmother was posting that post about I do not give Facebook permission to do whatever.
Right, it was all a scam thing.
Yeah, exactly. This one doesn't sound like a scam, but certainly interesting that it came out just as it was about to hit $100 this morning.
Right, as it makes 52-week highs, it comes out. I find it also a bit bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, if you look into old school trading, that would have been the perfect time to be finding sellers at that level.
Yeah,
We don't want to use that word manipulation, but there
yeah,
it is. There it is. If you have stock to sell, do it while it's at $100 when everybody's looking to buy at 52-week highs.
right, exactly.
So not exactly crazy volume on the reversal, but certainly a pretty solid downtrend for the majority of the day. We had some pretty decent short sales in the afternoon. I guess we'll get to those. Just do the review real quick. So obviously the market was red today, but not red by much. Yesterday it was up by 6 cents. Today it was down by 30 cents, I believe, or whatever the closing number was. Certainly wasn't anything crazy, but a doji on light volume again, which what can we say, Marion? It's more indecision as far as the big picture is concerned.
Yeah, it's people just not, jumping into these trades.
So anyway, here's the map of the S&P 500 heading into today. We started the day out with a light volume day yesterday and quite a bit of indecision. The only thing that we were leaning on a little bit is some of these high beta stocks, and again, the size of the boxes, the size of the market cap, were strong and closed well. Here's the end of day. We were above the open for most of the day in the SPY yesterday. We were reading into it that, okay, 3 days in a row, closing on the highs. have to look at that as some sort of positive price action. So here's basically my morning call coming in today. SPY closed strong. Will look like a day of apathy, resulted in new 20-day highs yesterday. With three weeks of buying, a lot of resistance overhead. The long side is correct, but how much do we have to go? So essentially, here's what we ended up having at the end of today, Tuesday on the 20th. And those very same boxes that I called out that were holding us up or looking good yesterday were all blood red today. Well, maybe not blood red, but certainly not as green as they were yesterday.
Mm.
The only one that was positive, the financials were kind of neutral today, but Apple did get some news midday today. If you don't mind, you want to basically give us a rundown of what that was today?
Wait a minute, midday? No, it was earlier than that. The Apple Music news.
Yeah.
Apple Music news was before the opening.
Well, didn't we have some news midday with Fitbit versus? I know. Actually, I'm thinking about a difference.
Right. Well, that was, remember, that was early on, and then that's when it first pulled back.
Let's take a look.
Okay, so it pulled back on that news.
Well, we had actually 20 minutes of the day where it really didn't explode.
Okay, so right at the beginning, we got the Fitbit news. That's when it went down to 111, almost to 110.
Right.
That Fitbit had is looking to go corporate. So it's selling and Fitbit really had a great couple of hours there.
Let me pull that one up as well.
Then they bought it back. We had earlier had news that the Apple Music had 6.5 million. Let's see.
6.5 million customers, but 15 million subscribers.
Right. So that was seen as really positive, and I think that's actually probably what helped it up there.
So they had 3-month trials, and 6.5 million of the 15 million converted into paying customers.
This is amazing.
And it's kind of ironic, I guess, that last week Netflix was claiming that their earnings miss was based on the fact that people didn't have the correct credit cards, and now this week Apple's saying, "Oh, look, I guess our customers had the correct credit cards because they all converted."
Yeah.
So I guess that was a little silly for Netflix to let that actually come out as a release, but obviously not the case today with Apple.
Yeah, and in the first, I'd say half hour, Fitbit really took off over that news, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and then it really started pulling back and kind of, I think it was up maybe $1 at the end of the day.
So I guess to let everybody know a little detail what the news was with Fitbit, you can see here on the daily chart, they've been struggling for a while after they hit this $50 level and haven't really looked back. The technical term, I guess, Marion, is they're going after enterprise clients, which means they're going after business clients as opposed to business to consumer.
Yeah, right. And I think it's a great idea. They maybe 2 weeks ago, we got news that Target had bought Fitbits for all of their employees.
Yep.
So I guess this is the way they're going.
I'm a little surprised that there isn't some sort of human resources problem with that.
Yeah, I don't.
What are you basically? What are you telling everybody you're buying a fitness device for?
Right.
Look, maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but what are you going to tell us? You have to wear this?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's my son. They give him all free passes to the gym that's right by their place. So I guess they don't make them go.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought something I was thinking about this afternoon, whether that was really well thought out.
People to be healthier because they probably don't track them or anything. And maybe they think it'll be a fun thing the employees will get, camaraderie. I don't. So
how do we interpret the price action then? It really was only a half an hour rally.
It was, yeah. And then it all started pulling back. The market, though, this is what's so hard to interpret movement in a really, really weak volume tape, is that I don't know if you really know the true movement. Because obviously you can sell this off.
Well, I think that's the correct word, Marion, right now. And I think that a lot of people need to understand there isn't a true movement in most of these stocks right now.
Right. So you're going to get really wild movements one way or another.
So we did get a couple of good trades on the long side today, as well as on the short side. We had Lilly follow through on the short side today, really clean. Once it broke support over here, we actually ended up getting another push to the downside. We had VRX on the short side today, and what was the other? ENDP, if I'm not mistaken,
And
on the short side.
WDC, also WDC we had.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
down more than 5%, I think.
So we did have some follow through, although the market was kind of neutral with that doji. The short side seemed to have the better trades, especially after lunchtime today. Like we said, Facebook, we were fully anticipating that guy getting up and kissing 100 today, but nothing doing. No other way to put it today.
Yeah, that news came out perfect timing.
Some of the other stocks that we were looking at, a lot of the larger caps like Google, no go today. Amazon, same thing, hit that resistance level yesterday, got through there and pulled back immediately. Adobe on the long side, we said that we're looking to see that hover above that breakout level, pulled right back in there. Juniper has been another strong one. So there have been a lot more individual stocks trading below the open or selling off today because they were at or near resistance. Juniper, actually, interestingly, we mentioned this stock in the pre-market meeting saying, I don't like how long it's taking to consolidate. Maybe we're looking for the 20-period moving average to catch up a little bit, and actually had a decent move higher today.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Delta Airlines as well today. Nice 20-day breakout on the daily chart yesterday, as well as LUV. Not really getting that much follow through, at least not staying there. And this is actually kind of what we were talking about yesterday as well as today, Mary, where you get this really good clean move out of the gate. You break out, take out some new levels, and then you keep looking for a spot to bid in the afternoon. And even if you find one, we're just not getting the follow through. And I think that what somebody could take out of this, we very rarely mention time and sales, and for a reason. It's not really as readable as it used to be when things were in fractions, and even when they weren't in fractions, let's call it pre-computerization. But today we actually did mention it because you had commented on, I think it was the Facebook pullback, if I'm not mistaken. You said, I need to go and see what the trades look like on the pullback, because you can get a decent pullback, but if nobody traded it, the prior move is still intact.
Right.
We're just getting too much apathy right now, or even that's not even helping, other than the fact that if something's not printing, you can actually take something out of that. Because look, we mentioned it a few times today. You need to know what great looks like in order to understand what great is not. And the volume and price action we're getting right now is apathetic, laissez-faire, dull, slow, sloppy, whatever word you want to use, you feel is comfortable with. It's not trading well right now, where we're not getting good volume pushes in one direction and the light volume pauses we can dig into. We're getting these types of intraday moves. We get 9 red candles in a row where you're like, that's not supposed to happen if I if I feel comfortable wanting to bid into the stock again.
Right, exactly.
So any trades out of the gate today, or stuff surprise you? Or I know Nike was.
I just think it was a real cautious day because of the volume, and we kept mentioning it in the room.
So good.
That, be careful. This volume is really low, and you watch watch levels.
How do you define be careful? Because that can be kind of a subjective.
Somebody actually asked me that, and I said I'm quicker to get out of something when it turns against me. I won't let and I will not take as much size, and I'm very, very cautious to add.
I think those last two are definitely, actually all three of those. Get out quick. Not work the position a little bit, that's for sure, and maybe exit into momentum as opposed to looking to build a position.
Yeah, I think you got to really be, because it can turn on a dime and just for the bottom fall out of it because there's no volume. Well,
Facebook, good example there, right?
Yeah.
If you don't hold your discipline when the stock makes new lows here around 98.60, you're talking about another $1, almost $2 down to the next level. If you're not disciplined.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll get some emails saying I'm always disciplined, but yeah, okay.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we're all human. We're all human.
Right.
So I think heading into tomorrow, Marion, I think we're very stock specific again. I think you got to really drill into individual sectors, although the SPY does actually look like it's a perfect pause, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Light volume pause. The only problem I have with that is you're really only leaning on one day for the basically for the flag, the poll for the flag. That I don't like, but I do like now that the 20 is actually crossed above the 50 now, and now it's almost 2 weeks worth of price action above the 50. So from just a technical perspective, the SPY disc does still look like a long.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it does. I agree.
So I think tomorrow morning we'll stick to the regulars. Apple, look for some follow through tomorrow. Tesla did not give us anything to sink our teeth into the long side except for the end of the day today, and that was probably just short covering.
Yeah.
Same thing with Netflix. We started looking at Netflix at the open today, saying we're going to hover above or below 100, and gosh, that's almost exactly what we did today.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the quote unquote conservative stocks getting a little bit of profit taking today. Home Depot, Starbucks not following through, but certainly not selling off either. So I think if you're finding the market a little challenging right now, you either wake up a little bit early or don't go to happy hour tonight. If you want to find some stocks, that means you're going to have to cycle through a lot more stocks, see what's doing relative volume wise, and which stocks have room to go. Like I said, we did have some terrific opportunities today, and if you were in the room with us today, we called out this one quite a bit today. We called out Lilly around 11 o'clock today. We've had some room and some stocks that did give us some opportunity, but you're not going to find them if you're just doing a cursory scan of the indexes. You got to dig it out and go find it. And if you don't want to dig it out, join us. You could sign up with us for 30 days and try a trial for $10. You get your money back 20 times over just in the first week.
Yep, I agree.
So, all right, Marion, have an awesome afternoon. Everybody else, have a great night. Go Mets tonight.
That's right. Okay. Well, all right. We'll see you in the morning.
Bye-bye.
Bye.